see. Nope. Okay, hold on.
Says you're live, though.
Yeah, we're live. Yay! See, up there's where it's going to show the people, and there's thumbs up and how long we're live. So we're just kind of chilling out. We can just kind of wait. Joe, do you want a chair? You can push this like further back, like that. And you want a chair?
Yeah.
He's just checking it out, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. I see that.
Okay, I'm going to connect the chat. It's right in there.
There's someone's a great hat, kiddo. That's your hat.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you can write in the chat, let us know. We're having some troubles on this side and it's new. That's why we're doing this. So love to see if we can get you guys in the chat.
Oops. Leave it up there.
Okay.
It works.
Daddy will read it for us.
Oh, curious. It could sound a video.
Oh, okay, good, good. So you're going to be the guy that keeps up with our chat. Mark's going to be our chat guy. So how's everybody doing out there? Just for fun, what state are you in? We're in the Hoosier State, if you guys aren't familiar with us. I'm Ashley. This is Mark, and that's Josie, and we make up Mulberry Branch Farm, and we're happy you guys are here with us today. It's kind of a test because we do have a giveaway that's coming up on the 15th, so I think that's a week from yesterday. So that is the Harvest Moon giveaway, and if you guys haven't checked out that video to be eligible for that giveaway, just go to the video, so visit our channel, subscribe, do your notification thing so that you don't miss out. But that's kind of why we're testing here today, and we're just here to have fun with you guys and see who's out there and what you guys have to say. So
we got someone from Georgia, Carrie.
Oh, Georgia. Hi, Carrie.
And also Hamilton, Ohio, Martha.
Oh, it's Marty. Hey, Marty, how are you? I have, for any of you guys that don't know, Marty, I used to work with Marty, and she's fantastic, and she's awesome, and I'm really glad she's in here. Hi, Marty.
Yeah. Hoping to hear somebody from, like, Denver area, because I heard they had some crazy weather, so I think it was Denver area. They said it was 100 degrees Sunday, and then, what was it, yesterday they had snow. So I can imagine what that would do to...
So the true definition of bipolar.
Yeah,
the true definition of bipolar. I
was like, man,
Hi, Farmstead Smith.
I thought Midwest was bad for weather.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
got to
guess
speak.
not. I think they've got to speak there.
It'd be cool to hear somebody with their...
Yeah, today, like here, it was 80 degrees, and that feels balmy compared to like last week. We had some highs like in the low 70s. So in the Hoosier State, we're kind of going into that roller coaster that is fall, which is great, wreaks havoc on all of your allergies, and you never know what you're going to get to wear the next day. So it's almost the time for layers here. And as much as I'd love to say I'm going to start a fall garden, I just, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I can handle that. Anybody out there got their fall garden started? Or if you guys are warm enough, maybe your grow season goes a lot longer than ours here. Ours here is not nearly as long as I would like it to be.
No. Oh, Central Oregon, 80s here as well. So everybody's saying it's 80 degrees. So everybody's having the same weather, I guess.
That's good.
I guess it depends on humidity, though.
Well,
how hot that actually feels. But.
Yeah, our humidity is a little high. I went back to work for the first time yesterday after like 6 months. I've been working remote, which is great because I get to go out and like look at my goaty goats out there. But I have intensity issues, so I went back to work and decided I'm going to run 2.5 miles during my lunch when I hadn't exercised at all for 6 months. So that's been really great. The humidity here was not kind to me yesterday. That's for sure. That is for sure. Who's got their fall garden started out there?
Nobody yet.
Oh, Farmstead, I'm sorry your internet is sucking it. We have that same problem.
Living in a rural area, sometimes you have those struggles.
Yeah, working from home was interesting. I felt like we were all fighting for the internet for at least 8 hours a day.
Carrie says her soil is bad.
Your soil's bad. Is there any way you can amend it? Is your pH level off? Is it too acidic?
I know we had a lot of trouble with corn.
Yeah.
The first couple of years, like our corn would grow up, get tiny little ears on it. What'd you do? You added something to it. Was it
so like
nitrous?
This year? I did add some nitrogen.
Yeah.
I used a lot of compost for my chickens. So if anybody out there has got chickens and you want to compost, the nitrates in their compost is fantastic. However, it is a hot compost, so it needs to weather for about 6 months to a year, depending on how much moisture you have going on there. But if you have goats or llamas or even rabbits, their manure is cold, so you can compost that directly in. So that's what we did, and a lot of wood ash, like no pressure treated burn, all wood that we cut down here that didn't have anything in it, and we just burn it down as far as we could get it and put a ton of ash in there.
Yep.
Yeah, it took us a lot to amend our soil for corn. But now our pumpkins didn't do anything.
No.
So our pumpkins and our watermelon they really sucked this year. That's the only way I can put it. They just really, really sucked.
Oh, she said her soil is sandy. That's why.
Raised garden, maybe. But that's no good for like corn and stuff, unless you do like the grouping method, where I know a lot of people like to see the corn in rows. I love to plant my corn in rows, but there's that blocking method that's kind of good that can be done in raised garden beds. But I haven't tried that, so I can't attest to how well that's going to do for you. But that's an idea. But then you got lumber cost, and lumber is astronomical this year, and apparently we're in a shortage of lumber in our area. So I'm hoping you're not going through that there at all, because that would be terrible.
And Farmstead Smith, she hit the lottery with fertilizer, it looks like, in the fall.
No.
Chicken and bunny recycling.
Yes. There you go.
It's always nice to use that stuff around the farm.
Is that those salmon favrils producing all that poop for you?
Nice.
My salmon favril finally, she's like 2 years old. For some reason, the raccoons here know I love salmon favrils, so it's like they pinpoint the salmon favril and eat them first. Just fantastic. But she's finally gone broody, and I'm excited because I heard they're supposed to be really good at motherhood, chick rearing, but time will tell. We'll see. I love seeing your salmon favrils and all of your bee videos, because we're newish beaks. He's had 2 hives before. One absconded in March, just decided it didn't want to live here anymore, and the other one got robbed completely. So it probably wouldn't have wintered over here in the Hoosier State anyways. But this year they're like gangbusters here. I don't know what's going on, but they are way healthier than any hive that we've ever had. So
yeah, they've done really well.
It's been quite different.
Which reminds us we need to check on them. So.
Yeah, we do need to check on them.
Oh, it says you have a request for a scrimshaw video from Marty.
What? Marty?
Believe me, Marty, the end pieces look magnificent, but when she's working on it, it's not that exciting.
It is so boring. It's this the whole time.
Yeah, usually she tells me to put something on the TV, and then she's over in a corner.
Yeah.
So.
I could maybe do like a camera over the shoulder to kind of get that.
And then do it real fast so it looks like you're working on it.
But then people might feel like that's how quickly scrimshaw is done, and it's just not.
Yeah, her hand doesn't work like a laser does.
No, it doesn't. So. And I'm starting to get carpal tunnel from goat milking and scrimshaw and everything else we do here on the farm, so I don't know. I think my hands are going to go before my eyes go. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah,
we've had some setbacks like that. So this past week, Ashley's been having to take on a lot of the work because fortunately I have a pinched nerve in my shoulder that started acting up last weekend. So I had the weekend, basically the week off before last, and was outside doing a lot of chainsawing, post hole digging, just a lot of that stuff, and then went right back to sitting at a desk, and that doesn't do well for your muscles. So gotta take care of yourselves.
I see you, Jenny Carmack. Hi. South of Tuscaloosa, Stokely 418 Betty. How's the weather there, Betty? If that's your name. We're new at this, so I'm probably going to stumble a whole lot. Oh, Farmstead, did you have did you have a hive leave, or what happened with your hive checks? Or do we need to watch your next video? You can shamelessly plug for your next video if you want. That's okay.
We're okay with that.
Yeah, and if none of you have gone over and seen Farmstead, she does really good videos. If you're a new beak, she gives a lot of really good pointers, good tips. And like I said, Farmstead in your last video that I checked out, it is a local thing. So what we do here in the Hoosier State with our beekeeping is something completely different from what Farmstead's going to do. Or, I mean, if you're even more northern than us, I know there are quite a few northern beekeepers. It's a completely different game for them.
Yeah.
Right now at home.
You know, I think they probably really came to see those new baby goats. They're cute.
You want to go get a baby goat?
I'll
You want to go grab one?
You guys want to see a baby goat? We got new baby goats. Be gentle, be easy.
Yep, they're the ones in the new video.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to keep them, maybe one or two of them, but unfortunately they're both bucks. So can only have so many of those on the farm.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, so in any videos that we talk about, like line breeding, technically we're talking about incest, but incest doesn't really exist in animals. It's really considered like inbreeding or line breeding. I had a very heated discussion with somebody about that the other day, like that's incest. I'm like, well, in the goat world, it's called line breeding or inbreeding. And usually that's how you get most of miniature anythings, is by a certain degree of inbreeding. Oh, getting started on homesteading. Hi from Western Kentucky. You're not too far from us. So nice to see that.
I like Western Kentucky. It's pretty down there.
Yeah, it is pretty. We love driving. We don't go down in Kentucky too often, but it is probably one of the prettiest states to drive through. We go to Gatlinburg like once a year, and it is just, it's really nice to go down through there. We go down right when the leaves are changing, and, you know, out in Indiana, it's just a lot of cornfields.
Yeah. Flat
land. There's not a lot of hills. There's some nice lakes. Four-wheeling's big out here, but I mean, it's pretty flat. It's in most of the state, it seems pretty agricultural. So we don't get a lot of that change in geography like you guys get. A Cap Queen Cell Farmstead. Oh my God, are they gonna? Well, it is too late.
Yeah.
It is too late.
Maybe it's a sign of things to come for the winter. I don't know. Although I saw the Farmer's Almanac saying it could be a bad winter. So we've had some easy ones the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Hey, Frida. Oh, thanks for watching that video. She was so good. That was like a flawless birth. And they don't all go like that. I was just really happy I didn't have one where you guys got a lot more information about a goat's backside than you needed to, because there have been some, the birth right before her for Raven, that was intense. I didn't have to do an internal for Rapunzel, and it's fantastic when I don't have to go in. I'm sure Rapunzel felt the same. I'm sure she was really happy about that too.
So here's the luxury of having goats, is you can just bring them in the house.
Hi, honey.
Here's our new little one.
Yeah, this is Sneck.
Yeah.
No step on Sneck.
No step on Sneck.
Yeah.
And he's a sweetheart. But yeah, he looks just like his daddy. So Wolfie is one of our Nigerian dwarf bucks, and he's
definitely
a cream color just like him, and he is just like the cutest thing ever.
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
so happy.
Yeah, I'd say he would have been, if it was a girl, it would have been a keeper. He's pretty cute.
Yeah. It stinks. I wish we really could keep more, but you know, his father bred my entire herd at the tender age of 5 or 6 months old. He squeezed through a panel fence and got all of it done without me even knowing. So if his genetics are passed on through this guy, I'm going to have a problem on my hands. So they can't stay.
Yeah, we had a big change because we originally started with 4 goats, of course, Ashley's said in the past. And we went to like where we were building up fences to strengthen them. Because those things are about the size of small cows and they'll actually break through fencing. And now I yell at her because I'm like, it's like keeping gerbils in because these guys are a lot smaller. They crawl under things. They squeeze through little cracks. Here's one, I swear, it's only about 3 inches wide, and there's that baby goat that gets out every day and runs around the yard like it owns the place. It does. And Farmstead, you're so right. They are turds, but they are like the cutest, most endearing turds that you'll ever have in your entire life. Didn't ever know you could learn turds so much. When we because they are turds. Especially when they eat all your flower gardens up. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Luckily, like my goat pen is on this side, and my flower garden and my garden for crops is on the other side. So
Tootsie or Rosie's found it, but that's about it.
Mm.
She likes my strawberry patch, which, I mean, if she wants my strawberry patch, then I have some strawberries to spare. She's just cute enough, I guess. Yeah. Why don't you go put him back with Mama?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing me.
Yeah, we would keep him longer for you guys to watch, but he's not even a week old yet. So
in the winter, they get a lot of indoor time. When it's cold outside, they get to come in and warm up.
Oh,
so she always
Farmstead's
brings
got donkeys.
That's something you've been sort of looking at.
Yeah, we lost our herd guardian, Gunther. He was a llama, and we lost him, maybe like a month ago?
Yeah.
And we kind of been toying around with the idea of donkeys, but we've been hearing a lot of really mixed reviews. So if I have any goat people out there that have run guardian donkeys with their goats successfully or unsuccessfully, I'm always open to hear that, because llamas are a hot commodity right now. They're a lot more expensive than when we bought Gunther, so it's crazy. I am excited for the fall, Jenny. I know, I bet you are too. Farming communities around here, it's always nice. I love seeing the tractors come out and plant crops, but it's really exciting to watch those combines at night, because, guys, if you've never been in an agricultural community, they go all night long. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. You could be coming home at 10 o'clock at night and look over in a soybean field, and there's just a combine churning away. It is like one of the most eerie things to see at night, but I don't know, it's really comforting. The only thing I don't look forward to for fall, Jenny, is when they do take this crop next door to us. It's soybeans now, so we don't really get to use it as like our own privacy fence like we would with corn. But then it just looks so bare. But that's late fall. But I am excited for fall.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin carving and Halloween
campfires,
and
cities, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to harvest decor.
Fall is, and this guy right here, that's one of his favorites. Fall is one of his favorites. Okay, Farmstead, I'm glad you said that, because that's what I've been hearing too about the donkeys. That's what I've been hearing.
Concern, yeah.
Hey, Ashley, how are you? When are we gonna start breeding?
That's your call. You always make that decision.
I don't know. I try right now. I'm really trying to figure out around fair, and if we want to do shows or milk testing or linear appraisals, because it all comes down to milking and how long these will hold up before I have to spend hundreds of dollars on a simple pulse milking machine, which saving up money, guys. Saving up money. But I'm thinking, because our fair usually runs in July, I'd almost like them to freshen about a month or two before, so I'm not having to milk too much. So I'm shooting for July, June, May, early April to early May is about that realm that I want to stay in, just so that I'm catching all the shows for May. I'm catching all the fair without having to milk. And linear appraisals this year were supposed to be in September for our area, or for the herd host that we were going to go to do that. And for anybody that's not familiar, because when we start talking goats, I'm going to just ramp off and use my own words and terminology. So linear appraisals for the dairy goat world are basically, you take your animals and you have appraisers come out, and they have a score sheet basically, and they look at the dairy qualities. They look at a whole bunch of things in your animals and basically tell you where their strong suits are and where their weak points are. And while I don't think I have anything special in my herd, I wanted to use it as a learning tool, so that I knew who to breed to what, because I was going to take bucks and does to say, well, your doe's fore udder attachment is crap, but her rear udder attachment is great. So it kind of gives you an idea where you need to shoot for dairy. But they want to, the biggest thing on a dairy goat is obviously her boobies. They want to see her udders, and sorry, Joe.
Weird.
They're really concerned about udders. So I'm trying to plan my breeding so that I can withstand milking that long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we have in January, you're milking them for a long time. Now it seems like they wait till the coldest nights.
They do. They do wait for the coldest nights.
Yeah, it's funny too, because I know a lot of people said they seem to follow moon patterns too. We've noticed that as well.
Yeah, they do.
A full moon, she'll be it's full moon. Watch, she'll have their kids,
yeah.
and sure enough,
Rapunzel was on waning, or is it waxing? Is it waxing when it's going out, or waning?
I can't remember.
But usually, I keep really good records, and I write down the phase of the moon. And Bojangles, our first goat that we actually just lost this year, religiously waning gibbous moon. Waning. I could just, anytime around her due date that the moon was going to be waning, I knew that I needed to watch her. I don't know if it was just the way that the moon pulled on the water for her system specifically, but it was pretty cool. I mean, they're like clockwork, really. They are.
They are. Hey, Willow.
Hey,
Willow. See your name in there.
Oh,
Farmstead says they are also prey animals, so it's really a toss-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're worried about, because we've had good luck with our llamas, the 2 we've bought, and they were much more reasonable in pricing than they are now. And we're worried if we end up paying more, watch it not be what we expect.
Yeah. Yeah, because we actually were inquiring about a llama today, and not to just throw money points out there, but $850. We did not pay anywhere near that for the last 2 llamas that we've had. And you're right. When it comes down to it, if you're going to use a prey animal as a guardian, when push comes to shove and they're cornered, they're going to respond like a prey animal. And we were actually just talking about a livestock guardian dog, because even though we have 2 indoor dogs, we're trying to figure out like how that chemistry would go, or how we might need to adjust what we do with the outside dog versus the inside dogs. But teeth battles teeth. Yeah, I mean, I've seen llamas go to work on a coyote, but I mean, really, when it comes down to it, you're right. The higher on the food chain, the better they are to defend against other things that are higher on the food chain. I 100% agree with you there.
I just worry.
Jenny likes your hat.
Thanks, Jenny.
I just worry if we get a livestock guardian dog, because we have 2 inside dogs, if we're going to be able to keep it outside.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
I have a feeling this one back here will be like, let's bring it in. Let's bring it inside.
He knows me. And
yeah.
I know a lot of...
it's going to be guarding us instead of the goats. I bet.
Well, I really need to guard the goats, because here's the way that you have to look. Everything on a homestead or a farm is really tied into one another. So because the llama passed away to meningeal worms, which camelids are susceptible to that, we now have to cut the grass. So because we're cutting the grass down below 6 inches, because the grass provides cover for predators, we're now exposing our goats to worms that are in our soil, because anything below 6 inches, you're going to be eating the worm if you're a grazing animal. So we lost our llama, we cut our grass, we're getting heavier worm loads, which means we're having to deworm more, and we're seeing bad side effects that are coming into our goat herd, not to mention, like, when we cut the grass, it leaves really lush piles where it can become moldy and moist, and they love that, even though it can kill them. So everything is really tied into one another like that. So I just feel like we're kind of backed into a corner when it comes to getting a guardian.
And one thing also with the cutting the grass, as we noticed too, is we've got guineas now, and they were hiding better in the tall grass, and now that we've cut it, it's exposed them. We have some big hawks, and they have been plucking them away. We got them thinking, we'll just let them go, and what happens happens. But we're quickly losing numbers on them.
Ashley and
okay.
Yeah, we'll read them.
We'll get there.
All your planted potatoes in the bags.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now, Willow or Ashley, whoever's there, ours didn't grow very big. We got potatoes, but they were like this big. Yeah. I think I planted
they're like the little
many...
fancy ones you get at the restaurant, the little baby potatoes.
Yeah, when you go to the fancy and they've got like, you're paying $30 for a plate, and it's like this big with like a fancy drizzle of sauce and basil on top of it. That's pretty much what that equated to. Yeah. I think I planted too many plants in my bags so that it didn't really have a lot of room to grow. But yeah, you could try. I mean, depending on your potatoes, they might be ready when you plant it. I think it's like 70 to 130, depending on the variety of potato that you planted. Yeah, days. So I don't know about that. You guys can always dig down and kind of peek. They're more forgiving than carrots are if you're going to peek. Donkeys eat them. Though they are large donkeys, they just watch coyotes walk by. They're like, hey man, what's up?
Yeah. Hey neighbors. That's funny.
We do not do a grazing rotation yet. We were he's like looking at me like, oh my God, yet? What do you mean, woman? Grazing rotation is really big right now, and it works for deworming. But the way that we built our enclosure, it's a huge enclosure. So, and the barn is in one corner. So I would love to fence in like a walk that branches out into 3 separate. I'm trying to read his face because I'm watching if he's going to cringe or if you guys see tears start to roll down, you know he's.
You have to wait till I heal up first.
Yeah, to wait for him to heal. But we were wanting to do rotation because it would really cut down on our worm loads, especially since we just seem to keep climbing in our numbers of goats.
Yeah, our plot is real narrow. It's long, but it's narrow. So actually, I've been cutting the back because we only use probably 4 or 5 of the 13 acres we have, and so I've been cutting the backfield that we're not currently using a lot more, trying to keep it, and it's actually turning to grass. Used to when I cut it, it was like sticks sticking up because the weeds were so bad in the stems. Yeah. But it's actually turning to grass. So yeah, our eventual plan is that fence that in back there to give more pasture space.
Yeah, we would definitely like to do that.
Even further back, maybe put an orchard because we've got some neat clearings back there. So.
Yeah, we would definitely like that. And you guys have ravens too. So we have crows, and I throw out eggs all the time. And the crows just, it's like they know I want them. They're playing hard to get. I hear them, but they're never around here. Now, I was reading that like the mylar tape, the reflective tape will help against the hawks and attract the crows because crows love shiny stuff. They're like the raccoons of the sky, apparently. And I'm really thinking about doing that. But I've got a huge hawk that he's like clockwork, and I even started letting out my chickens at different times during the day because he would watch. He had a certain tree that he would perch on, and I can almost tell when a guinea's been got because they'll change where they come out. So last week they were coming out like along a fence line, and then 3 days later they were coming down the soybean line. And I had thought, I'm like, I bet the hawk got one of them, and they've changed the way that they're coming out into the field. And sure enough, we went back there, and there was a big puff of feathers. And guinea feathers are unmistakable. They're pearl guineas, so they've got that beautiful pattern. But and crows are supposed to be really smart. I wouldn't mind rehabilitating a crow and being like that scary person that walks around with a crow on their shoulder.
Don't need that around. But the hawks become so frequent enough. It's funny. Our big dog, inside dog, now chases across the field when she sees it. Like she knows it's out there and she barks at it. It's pretty funny to watch.
Thanks for stopping by, getting started on homesteading. Yeah. We're glad to have you. Thanks for stopping in and chatting with us.
Good luck getting together your giveaway stuff.
Yes.
I know we're still working on that too.
Pain. Your pain.
Talking about trying to get some good extra ideas to finish it up. So
I want to be thoughtful and I want to do handmade, but I just went back to work yesterday. Yeah. I've been home for 6 months, and now
then she wanted to do like this big wooden frame thing painted. I'm like, that would cost too much.
Shipping. I like you guys. I love you guys. But
shipping would be
a little astronomical.
It's cool though. Elma, did you share any of that on YouTube? Those pictures you made?
No, I haven't.
So she's always been interested, and she's been interested in barn quilts and stuff. Yeah. So
if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you saw them.
Yeah, true.
Oh man, we haven't tried strip grazing. We might need to. I mean, I keep seeing all of these different videos with Premier electric fencing, that netting, and we're thinking about.
We have electric fencing.
We have electric fencing. It's just we haven't done that yet. I can just see the circus that will ensue trying to train our goats to an electric fence. But I mean, that would work. We already have like the fence charger and everything because we did have electric fence to begin with when we were just starting to build our fencing. So that might be something we have to look into because I'm telling you what, these Comanche scores that I've been getting this year are unlike anything I've ever had. And I have to say, it's rained here a lot this year. I don't know what it's been like there for you guys. I'm sure you probably don't get as much rain, but it has been like nothing but rain and heat all summer. So the worms are loving it.
Yeah. Although it helped our garden quite a bit. Our garden was pretty good.
Yeah, it did. I didn't have to water. Now the weeds loved it. I mean, I had some crops die because the weeds had a good year and that crop didn't. But I mean, such is life. Such is life. So I don't know who out there has a homestead. So I know Farmstead's out there, and that she does homesteading, and she's got salmon faggots, and she's got donkeys that are just chill with coyotes. So that's awesome. And she's got her ladies of the hive. So dry farmstead. That sucks. I mean, I guess that's in the eye of the beholder. Is it dry with no humidity, or are you just like really hot with humidity and no rain? Or if that even works.
There's a vote in there for Great Pyrenees. We know several people that have Great Pyrenees and have had good luck with them. They are good dogs.
Yeah.
Actually, is ours.
Hey, people, Homestead, how are you doing?
Are your pumpkins ready to harvest?
They died.
Yeah, we didn't have good luck with pumpkins. Everything else did real well, but not the pumpkins.
The pumpkins were fantastic for like 2 months, and then all of a sudden they just.
Our sunflowers look like pumpkins. They got big, but no, we didn't have no good luck with.
Our sunflowers, no humidity.
Ooh.
Oh, you're not bragging or anything, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
That makes me kind of sad. I want no humidity. Hey, Chad, what's up?
So, what are you planting this year, and which ones did not do well this year? What did you plant? Because I know you tried some new stuff.
I tried a lot of new corn.
Mm-hmm.
I tried
some decorative corn. It didn't taste good.
Decorative corn.
You tried to eat?
I ate it. It was horrible.
I didn't even try it. They just told me about it. I'm
just watched him eat it. So we planted like a purple hybrid corn, and don't recommend it. It doesn't boil down.
If it don't look the color it's supposed to, that you probably shouldn't eat it. It's like when that Heinz came out with the different color ketchups. Couldn't do it. I had to stick with red. They came with green and purple.
About purple ketchup.
Yeah, I saw the purple corn. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, we did purple corn. I did glass gem. I don't know what happened with the glass gem. So when I actually pulled those ears of corn, they were really light. Some of them were light, but I had them planted next to ambrosia white, and I don't know if they cross-pollinated. And I got some white corn that was smaller ears, like the glass gem was supposed to be, and then I got some really light pastel corn. So I don't know if those two just had a love affair, if my bees over-pollinated everything, but yeah, I don't recommend those. I want to do more potatoes. We did those in the sack or in the bag, like Willow had said earlier, but I'm going to do the ditch method because usually we don't really plant tomatoes a whole lot. Mm-hmm. But I really like potatoes. I'm a starch person. I hate tomatoes, by the way. I grow tons of tomatoes. I never eat any of them, and I feed them to my chickens and my goats, but I hate tomatoes. I don't know. It's just something about it. You bring up the purple and the green ketchup all the time, Farmstead.
I saw a thing on it the other day. I'm like, no. Ketchup's supposed to be red.
That's okay. You can set your ways, and there's nothing wrong with that. When you know what you like, you know what you like. Yeah. And then sometimes when you get older, you become more cultured and adventurous. I like to think I've gotten more cultured and adventurous. But, spaghetti fixes all woes with me, so I'm not adventurous in that way. I know what food I like.
Hello, the Lala Farm.
Yeah,
in there from Northeast Florida.
Northeast Florida. How are you guys doing? Did you guys have any of that hurricane come through there? Did you guys get any damage or anything like that?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's been a crazy year for some of that stuff. I saw California's dealing with the fires because I work in insurance. I hear about all the disastrous stuff. Yeah. And then I was reading something about Iowa got hit with that storm a while back, and
it was like a derecho or something. It flattened almost like 85% of their corn, and they're the top state in corn production. So I'm sure our pocketbooks will all be feeling that here lately in the near future, or we'll see more shortages because shortages are just we don't have a shortage of shortages, right? There's a plethora of them right now. Ooh, Pete's. Man, Honey Select and Peaches and Cream.
Nice.
Those sound like ice cream flavor.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
They both of them sound sweet, which I like.
Do you buy your seeds from anywhere specific on that, Pete? Do you go with Baker Creek Heirloom or Burpee or M.I. Gardner? Where do you get your seeds from for that? Because we actually had a good year for corn, which was the first year ever. So I'm feeling super overzealous about it for next year. If the raccoons will leave it alone.
Yeah.
Hey, RV New Adventures, how you doing? Bought new corn this year. Forgot to. Oh, Farmstead.
Keep it dry. Maybe you can use it next year.
Just store it nice, dry, dark place.
Yeah.
Cool. It doesn't sound like humidity is going to bother your seeds there either. So I mean, storage
I'd say
might
we'd be in
good
trouble if
there.
we forgot to plant corn. That's like our favorite thing out of the garden.
Yeah.
We usually hit hard.
Yeah.
Corn and strawberries. So my mom had a garden and
supplier.
had some strawberries that were heirloom strawberries, and we planted them, and we got them in a couple boxes. They come back strong every year.
Yeah, we've actually got 3 boxes now, and I'm gonna have to separate them again for like the 3rd time. So I'll have to plant strawberries somewhere.
They're maintenance free too. They just overrun the box, so to where it's sort of nice.
Yeah.
So.
And if we get tired of them, I'll just stick the goats on them and let them eat it back. And
he uses a local supplier.
Yeah.
Botanical Interest Seeds.
Ooh, I haven't heard of them for
Maybe see if they ship and try some of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you guys, anybody out there got fall gardens going? Pete, La Farm, you guys got anything started for the fall? Just a short season. Last frost was June. Anything to share? Ooh, man. What? Is it because of you're in the desert? Because you guys have those really big swings in temperature? You know, because the Discovery Channel always talks about how hot it gets in the day, but then at night it's really cold.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That'd be painful.
Yeah, that's... You see, like our last frost date is usually Mother's Day, and it frosted hard like the day before Mother's Day. We actually bought our nuke of honeybees and installed them that day and had to wait for it to get like above 55, which we weren't sure it was going to happen to transfer them over, because I just didn't really want to leave them in that nuke much longer.
Yeah.
No, not you, Pete. I keep saying I'm going to, but then you've got soccer. We've got goat breeding getting ready to happen. I just went back to work. I keep saying it because it's like a nightmare.
Yes, it is.
So we've been out of work. You've been working from home a lot longer than me, but when this whole COVID thing happened, I work at a university over in Ohio, and they sent us home in March and said work remotely until we tell you to come back, and they told me to come back this Tuesday. And
it's been disastrous.
It's not been disastrous. It feels disastrous. I've gotten really used to just conversing with these guys, and like the goats give me moral support throughout the day. And now I'm having to acclimate back to people, and it's hard. It is hard. It's hard. And then
big change.
It is a big change, but I was there 6 months ago, so I can get back at it. It's just
so I have to give her updates on the farm at lunch. So she calls, and I have to give her updates on the goats. It's like a quick little weather check.
Yeah.
Cover which ones are out in the field, which ones are in the barn, which chickens are taking dust baths and everything like that.
Who's crowing right now?
Yeah.
What's Wolfie doing? You know, Chad, those toms are getting to be a little bit obnoxious with all those huge piles of crap all around their farm. So, and we've got 2 toms to 1 hen. They've started chasing the roosters, and I'm really afraid if they get a hold of one of our chickens, it's not going to end well for the hen. So I do think that one of those toms might be making its way to the dinner table at Thanksgiving.
Chad, here's the deal, though. If we do that, you have to help me fry it. How about that? We've got a fryer. We can do a fried turkey. How about that, Chad?
We can do a video on how to butcher and clean.
There you go.
Yeah, I am okay with that. I know. Don't get me wrong, guys. I like my turkeys. They're super cool, but like the ginormous piles of crap that are everywhere. They've got 13 acres to roam, and they only want to crap where I have
over
to
the water.
Yeah, they poop on the goat mineral block and in the water and everything else. So it's just they're a nuisance, but they're really cool too. A lot of people told me that they make really great guardian birds, but I mean, really, they just boss mine around and gang up on the small dog that we have here. That's pretty much all they're good for.
No, started some short season cabbages. That sounds good.
Those will do well though, even with those low temperatures. They should be pretty good.
But a huge rodent problem. Ooh, that's not good. Do you have any barn cats to help? I know we've got quite a few barn cats by the favor of somebody dropping off 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of barn cats, and they do a pretty good job keeping the rodents down.
They do. Yeah. They really do. But that was the most expensive charity case ever. People out here see a barn and they're like, "You must want some cats."
Yep. And
they dropped off 4. Elmo is the only cat that was ever here invited.
Yep.
Everybody else has come because someone decided my barn was 1 or 2 cats too little. So we do have a lot of that.
Yep. Animals come here to stay too, it seems.
Did I miss you say what you do? Okay, so at the university, I work in physical facilities. So we take care of like the grounds and the dorms and everything. So and of course, with a lot going remote, there have been so many furloughs and let goes that our department's been hit probably the hardest out of the campus, because when the students aren't in the dorms, they don't need custodians. They don't need anybody to run any of the cafes or the diners that are there. I do a lot of administrative. I make sure everybody gets paid. So I get a lot of love letters sometimes, but I also get a lot of really nice Christmas presents around Christmas time, because those vendors, they know who gets them paid. So I hope you're not lost. Yeah, I am at Oxford, Miami there, Marty. I am.
The numbers are jumping up.
The numbers are climbing.
But they're monitoring it close. They have a lot of
They are really monitoring. And like I said, I'm in physical facilities, so I'm enclosed in plexiglass, and there's hand sanitizer everywhere. I must wear a mask, and I hate that. I hate it a lot, but I get it. I don't feel like I need to be protected, but if it makes other people feel more comfortable going about their day, then that's fine. I'll do it. But if it doesn't, don't take it down sometimes during the day when there's nobody, because really there's not a lot of people there right now. But yeah, we're in Miami, Oxford. It's rip roaring good time there right now with all the cases that are jumping up there.
Pete said the best turkey he ever ate was in a deep fryer. Have we ever had fried turkey?
No, we've never had a deep. It scares the crap out of me, Pete. Now, if someone else will cook it for me and well wait for me and my well-being, I'm good with it. Or if they can prove to me they've done it before, like they can provide a resume, I'm okay with that. Because I'm really drawn to morbid things sometimes. So, like when you see those deep fryers like that explode, I'm like, oh, let's read this news article and see how they were maimed, and then I get it in my head that I will be maimed if I do it. So. Yeah.
Does sound good though.
Yeah, it does sound really good.
So.
Oh, smushed, farmstead smushed. That's awful.
Oh no. Oh, Hidden Oaks. Hello, Hidden Oaks.
Hey, Hidden Oaks. Now, is this Chip or Nicole? And Nicole, if it's you and you've been chauffeuring your kiddos around, I really appreciate you guys being here. Only night not at the soccer field, so we're doing it tonight. Yep. Oh, Jenny, you lost chickens? Oh, now, has it been to disease, or has it been to like the little trash bandits that raid us too, or hawks? Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. We're nervous, and I feel like I'm talking like, I don't know. Wow. I get loud. Is loud normal?
No, you're fine.
I feel like I'm talking loud. I don't know why though.
Yeah. Oh, they got sick, Jenny. I'm so sorry to hear that. They weren't your fair chickens, were they?
Speaking of fair chickens and stuff, has the processing times caught up with? Have you heard anything on that?
I don't. Well, Chip and Nicole, Hidden Oaks out there, you guys just had your hogs processed. How was your guys' waiting time for the processor? Did you guys find you had to book like way ahead of time? Because like here for our fair chickens, for our 4-H fair, I had to book like 2 months out, and they were like.
It sounded like till next year.
They were booked out for months, and the only reason I got in was because someone dropped out. Because when everybody crazed bought their chickens, I guess they didn't really know how to take care of them, and didn't realize meat chickens can't wait 16, 18 weeks. Like really, they're going to expire due to heart or leg issues, and they had a lot of cancellations. Yeah,
and we haven't had anything processed since. I didn't know if that's changed. And plus the fact we also, when we deer hunt, we take it to a processor who does like other animals too. And we're worried if he'll be backed up. So
I hope not.
Yeah, we'll find somebody.
If we have to learn how to do deer processing ourselves, then great.
That wouldn't be a good video because I've never done that before.
No, I mean we can gut a deer like that most times, but like processing it would probably be a really different story. Any special supplements you give does before breeding and kitting? So I do make sure that I copper bolus in the fall before breeding season. And it takes about 2 to 3 months really for you to see any difference in your does, coats, health, any other signs that you might see for copper deficiencies to improve. So I actually copper bolused not last week, but the week before, so that when I do start breeding in November and December, they should be caught up on minerals. And I do Kalmbach. They've got a mineral that's really close to Sweet Licks for like the meat goats and dairy goats. And I really liked their calcium and phosphorus levels, so that it works for our bucks as well, so that we're not really too worried about that mineral deficiency, or in the opposite spectrum when we're getting way too much calcium and not enough phosphorus, that urinary calculi, because anybody that's got goats, you know, urinary calculi is a killer for your wethers or your male bucks. So yeah. Let's see who else we got here, guys.
We had to book ahead our butcher's book out because of hunting season, so they get prepped for it. Oops, good call.
Nice.
Now, what do you guys have down there? Because if I remember correctly, you guys are in Florida as well. Do you guys hunt gator or deer or boar, or what do you guys hunt down there? I know that sounds weird, but I know.
They sound like swamp people, I think.
Well, you guys do see swamp people, and I don't think Chip or Nicole are swamp people, but if they hunt gators, then power to you guys. I want a video.
People, so,
yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Maybe they could be on TV, like those people do.
Oh, thanks, RV New Adventures. I felt like I was going to throw up before. I can't do it sometimes. Oh, I don't think you're nervous either. Okay, good. You guys, just keep those coming. Keep them coming. Yeah. We learned they deskin them this time of year because they don't have enough staff to scald them. Oh! Is there a reason they don't have enough staff to scald them? Is it just because like they're overloaded with requests, or what is that?
Well, she was 2 pregnant does too.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Definitely share the pics when they're videos. Yeah.
I want videos.
Yeah. Believe me, these two scan all the farm videos for baby goats. So definitely tune in.
Hey there, nice family blog. I want to stop in and say hi. I have chickens too. New chicken mama. Check out my little fluffy butts. Oh, new chicken mamas. You guys are warming my heart this year with all the new chicken mamas out there. But then you guys also put me to shame, because you start posting pictures of your runs and your coops, and they're beautiful and well kept. I'm over here just trying to keep the poop out of mine.
Piles up.
For spring, we can get them scalded, so I'm almost ready to get the next few feeders. I want skin. I need skin for them. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Are you going to be doing some German cooking videos, Hidden Oaks? And anybody in here that's not been over to see Hidden Oaks or Farmstead Smith or Lala Farm or even Nice Family Blog, go check them out. I mean, everybody in Pete's little homestead, all of them are really good. I've been able to visit most of those channels.
Yep, they're constantly on our devices when she's not editing. Yeah, they're always playing.
Yeah.
While we're cooking or out in the barn, or at least listening in. So. Yeah, definitely.
See, power to you, Nicole. You're totally swamp people. I love it. I love it. You can get gator tags. So are you, the big question is, you can get them, but will you get them? Because I'm down for that. I'm down to see you prepare gator tail. I have 2 silkies that are now laying. Didn't realize that I would need around 16 to make a good omelet. Yeah, but hey, you know what? Silkies are notoriously good broody hens. So if you want to up your game with your chickens, when they go broody, they're really good mamas. Like, they will brood most of the summer if you let them. Most of the summer. Mr. Methuselah, yes. We step up for spring hunting season. They slow mouse. Oh, that stinks. Okay, makes me feel so nice and so good. You should feel good. Everybody that starts on YouTube needs to hear all the goodness they can get, because it's stressful.
Yeah, she needs her pep talk sometimes too.
Yeah.
She's the main one that runs the videos and does all the editing and everything like that.
Yeah. So when I lose, when I lost my first sub, like, I called him, I'm like, someone needs subbed me.
Yeah. Or the thumbs down. And I'm like, for YouTube, they're happy whether you get thumbs up or thumbs down. Don't matter. It's all good.
It's an interaction.
It's all good. Somebody was watching it.
Yeah.
So
It's like haters gonna hate.
I think some people think too, like if bad things happen, they're supposed to give you a thumbs down. I think they get confused on that.
Yeah.
They need more. They need more emoticons like Facebook. You know.
Oh gosh. 6 Rhode Island Reds. They're 3 months old. Oh, it won't be much longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 3 months old, so 12. Usually like 16 to 18 weeks, especially for like those standard breed chickens, is when I really start looking for them to start paying the rent a little bit, as you will. But all chickens are different, just like most animals are different, and we're different. People start doing things at different times. They hit cycles at different times. I've had does that, Nigerian dwarf does that went into heat right at 9 weeks old, where it was like, what is your problem? You're just a baby. You can't have a baby. And then I've had other boars where it was like, God, they had to be 18 months before they hit their first heat cycle. And I was wondering if I was going to be able to breed them or if there was something going on with their reproductive system. So be patient. Because if you're like us, it becomes an addiction, and then you have too many eggs. Mm-hmm. But then your dogs love you a lot.
Yep, dogs feed them to dogs. Cats even pick out them out. So, Farmstead Smith.
Oh,
prayers to your family. Hopefully, everybody's safe and okay.
Yeah, we hope you guys are safe. Keep your mama safe.
Yep.
Oh.
So, let's get gator tag next season.
Oh, I hope you do.
Yeah. Definitely video.
Go, Chip, go. We're excited for it.
We're rooting for you.
See that. So bad. So what you guys today while at work. Don't comment. Preach, girl. YouTube's on my phone all day long. And I'm at the front office, so I always have to like turn it over on my phone because, you know, it's frowned upon if you've constantly got YouTube going up on your phone, even though I'm not watching it. What does that say? Like, perception is reality. So especially in my work environment, perception is definitely reality. If they perceive that I'm watching YouTube all day, that's what they think is happening, and then I gotta hear about it. And
yeah, true.
If only I could that's one of the reasons why I like being from home too. I could watch and comment as I wanted throughout the day, but not that I wasn't working. I was working very hard and making sure everybody got paid, especially a lot more because of COVID pay, but
exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jenny.
I can't wait, Nicole. I want to see some German cooking videos. My mom or my grandmother and grandfather on my dad's side were from Germany, and he didn't really inherit any of those recipes, and I didn't get to really grow up knowing my grandmother on my paternal side. So. And she died when I was like 8, so I don't have any of those recipes or anything like that. So if you could be like my German grandmama for recipes, that'd be great.
We're always wanting to try like different culture stuff.
German potato soup.
Like for work, I've traveled to India and tried some of the different cuisines there and stuff like that. So we're pretty flexible on trying different.
Yeah, I like octopus a lot.
Yeah, she always has to eat it wherever we go.
It grosses them out, so I love doing it because it grosses them out.
It's just like, I don't know.
Just slurping up the tentacles.
Yeah, I've tried it. It's okay. Yeah. Just try to hunt down. So. Yeah,
I'm with you, Nicole. I really like it comments. I really like interacting with people, but you know, sometimes I get it. Mm-hmm. They're giving me views. They're giving me watch time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome, Ashley. Thanks for being here.
I'd say
we're coming up on an hour mark. I'm gonna hang out just a little bit longer, but.
Did you want to talk about the giveaway and stuff? So.
Yeah, sure. So this is a test for giveaway. I know Joe's like, woo, but you can't.
We're not announcing giveaway.
We're not giving a giveaway today. So our giveaway is going to be happening on September 15th. I will try to make sure to get that out there. Put it in some of my upcoming videos. I was filming a little bit today before he got back from the chiropractor, and hopefully I'll remember to do that. I'm really bad sometimes. If I ever make like a checklist, I never stick to it when I'm filming. It's terrible. But you getting tired?
What? You're working hard back here?
Yeah, I know. She's been back here cheering us on. So.
Cowgirl.
But yeah, we're gonna have our giveaway on the 15th. Hey Nicole, are you guys doing yours on Saturday? Because if you guys haven't gone over to Farmstead or Lala Farm and Lala, I'm not sure if you're participating. I don't know if I caught that on your channel. But I do know that Hidden Oaks Homestead is participating in the Harvest Moon giveaway. You guys got to go watch those videos, listen to the rules, participate, because it's I don't even know how big the collaboration is now, but I still see videos added every day.
On there's the 17th.
Yours is on the 17th Night Family Vlog. Yeah, so go over there and make sure you guys go watch those videos to get the instructions. I'm not going to give you the instructions because I want to help my fellow YouTubers get those views and watch minutes. Frida, I watch almost everyone here. I found most of your channels through the Harvest Moon collaboration. I'm from the Christmas in July 3's collaboration. You guys are great.
Oh, thank you,
Frida.
I'm happy tonight.
You know, I've actually had a couple people stop by on my channel because they had missed that in July. So, and anybody out there that's not familiar with what's going on, Haas at Off Kilter Homestead kind of threw all this together, and it's become like a massive collaboration. It's actually really nice to see so many people all get on the same page and all want to kind of give back to viewers, because you guys give to us, whether it's negative feedback or positive feedback. It's feedback nonetheless.
Mainly positive, though.
Mainly positive. Yeah. No thumbs down there.
we do mainly get positive feedback.
Yeah. For the most part, I think I've only had one negative, and she was crazy. She was crazy. Yeah. And you grew up eating some gross stuff.
I think I might be with Chip on that one. I'm not a big.
No, I mean, it couldn't the innards be like anything? You just deep fry them and just tell them
my
you don't
grandpa
put
always
ketchup.
ate gizzards.
Yeah.
You know,
Ooh,
so,
yeah. I'm not okay with gizzards. There's just something that with the way what the gizzard.
I mean, you have the
performs.
whole chicken, and you want that part.
Yeah. Just fry those up for Chip and put some barbecue sauce over them, and don't tell him.
Yeah.
And just when he's like, "This is great," you're like, "Those are
Sneak it
innards."
out there, yeah.
You're eating guts.
Yeah.
Oh, I love animals, the outdoors, and have deer hunted.
Awesome.
And I know a lot of people don't agree, like with the whole deer hunting or harvesting animals for consumption, which that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You are completely entitled to have your viewpoint, but I really like the way that venison tastes. Mm-hmm. And by most of what's planted out here, I pretty much know what they're eating, and I'm helping them not run in front of your car. Yeah. Because if hunters weren't out there performing the conservation that hunting is to check some of these populations, especially here in Indiana, the only real predator here is coyotes, and they only do their most damage during fawning season. And every now and then you will have them take down a full-grown deer that maybe is sick or old. Mm-hmm. But we right here are the main population check for that. I will
say too, I mean, it's just a great way to get back into nature when I hunt, because we both work in an office. Yeah. We don't always get to go outside, even though we have a farm. Just going out and sitting in the woods, early morning, listen to the woods come alive is peaceful. Yeah. It's relaxing. Sometimes I fall asleep and then I see a deer when I wake up. But it is a good way just to get back in the nature.
Or sometimes if you're like me, you swear to goodness you see the biggest buck of your life coming at you in the distance, and that weird eerie hour before the sun's all the way up, and then the sun comes up, and you're like, well, that is just a darn pretty tree. Yeah. That is a beautiful bush out there.
Or you're like me, you hear those weird sounds before the light comes up, and you're like, I think I'm going to sleep because I don't know what that was. Yeah. We've heard a couple snarls and stuff. One time I heard this big old train of leaves moving. I'm like, that has to be an elephant coming through. There's a raccoons, a family of them with babies behind them.
Yeah, we were both walking out. We both just froze, and I got the flashlight because I'm like, I cannot stand it anymore.
When you can't see what it is, and it's in the woods, you're like, especially when you have a bow, you're like, I can't shoot this.
Yeah, it was during bow season. Yeah. So, like, I guess we're going to go down swinging.
Oh, hey, wow. Wonderland 83 Acres. Participants. Did you know it was up that high?
83, wow.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to let you wrap things up. It was nice talking to you all. I'm going to actually finish up. Yeah. You guys all have a great night.
Yeah, I think we're going to call it wraps, guys. I really appreciate everybody that's been here. It's been awesome talking to you, and I'm kind of glad to get these jitters out because I want to talk with you guys more because this is really fun. But I think I need a drink because I feel like I'm getting a dry throat here. But yeah, we are going to have our next live on September 15th. So that is a Tuesday, I think. I will put a reminder out in my videos. I will put a reminder out for that live stream. I'll schedule it again. I hope you guys enjoyed being here with us. I want to say thank you to everybody that stopped in here. Rochester, I have a gold family. Oh, thanks, Marty. I miss you, Marty. I miss working with you. Users are not. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, thanks, Hidden Oaks. Thanks for that plug there. Yeah, guys, before you leave, make sure you give me that thumbs up. If you haven't and you guys enjoy talking with me and you're new here, or if you're lurking, because I myself am an avid lurker on many live streams. I like to listen and not really participate. Go ahead, subscribe, hit notifications, whatever you feel like doing. But I'm signing off, guys. I can't wait to see you all here on September 15th for the giveaway. The little cowgirl's going to be here with me. Mark's going to be here with me. And I think I'm going to call it quits, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.